Time appropriate greetings. It is 4:12 p.m. Maybe a little before that because my clock over here is fast, but we are on our way home. We just got out of the office, and I feel like I've been phoning in the vlogs the last few days. Not trying to rest on the laurels of the West Memphis Fire video, which is amazingly popular. We'll have to do an update on it here pretty soon. But I've just mentally felt cloudy. And I don't know if it's just the amount of media I've been consuming lately, or just I think the stress and the lack of sleep is really getting to me. Because I'm really not been sleeping well with my back lately. But that's just one of those things I've got to deal with for the next little bit of time. Got a call from the insurance company today, evidently because State Farm only goes to so much limit, they're going to be pulling on my insurance as well, which is understandable and acceptable, and shit happens. But really, it's not where I'm going at with this today. I mentioned the cloudiness to kind of segue into talking about a new podcast I've been listening to called Focus.af, and it means what it says it means. The curator of this podcast, and I say curator, but he's producer, director, the whole shebang, is a single person audio log, is Zach Valente. You may know that name from the audio drama he is a part of, Wolf 359, and this is kind of a side project he's working on. It's his daily audio, just he's executing against this daily. And I haven't gotten onto one of his live stream Sundays, but on Sundays he does a self-care Sunday live stream on YouTube. And that's kind of what I'm getting at, is that self-care aspect is where I was at the end going to talk about this. And I think it's important that everyone kind of understands what self-care is for themselves. Sometimes it's picking up clothes off the ground, sometimes it's journaling, sometimes it's just being able to be still and be quiet in the moment and meditate. And I don't think I've been really good at this for a while. Forgive the lens flare. Like I said, this new position I'm trying still. I don't know what's been going on lately. I think that the balance on my own life is a little out. I haven't been journaling as much lately. I haven't really given the time that's appropriate to these vlogs lately. Kind of last minute phoning it in, like I said. Some of it I'm tired of doing. But that's kind of what I'm getting at, is I'm trying to get out of the last minute, 9-10 o'clock at night, recording a video on BS. So I wanted to talk about self-care and really, let's be culturally appropriate about this right now, and appropriate to the news cycle. We lost Chris Cornell today. You may have known him from Soundgarden, or I believe Audio Slave he was a part of as well. And the medical examiners are labeling it as suicide. I'm not sure everything surrounding the situation, so I'm not going to speak on it, but I'm going to speak to Robin Williams, another actor we lost a year or two ago, maybe longer now, because I don't remember. But he died of suicide. And suicide's not something that just culturally has touched me due to these icons. It affected me in a very personal way about almost 20 years ago. Has it been that long? Maybe not quite 20 years, but at least 15. I was at a Christian week camp It was not really a leadership camp. It was just kind of, actually it was a leadership camp that year. And at that leadership camp, it really didn't teach me to be a leader. It taught me to be better spiritually. But I had received a phone call this week on Wednesday night. It was, and at this point in time, I don't even remember who it was who called me. All I remember is getting the phone call that my dad had tried to kill himself and that he had left a note. To this day, I still do not know what this note said. I do know that he just pretty much took a handful of pills and tried to kill himself. We've talked about it in time, but it's one of those that when this happens, so much so do we lose. Not only the person who takes their life away loses, but we lose as well. And honestly, this kind of goes into, something else that's been going on lately is this really big phenomenon with a TV show called 13 Reasons Why. Now, I have yet to see this show, and personally, from the reviews I've heard of it, as well as the other attention the book and TV show are getting in the public eye right now, I don't know if I want to watch it. While the producers and the writers have come out and said we try to be very respectful and talk about this in a very dark way, from my understanding there's sex in it, which wasn't as big in the book. But the premise is a girl kills herself and leaves 13 tapes behind to the people who are the reasons that caused this. Hence 13 Reasons Why. I think in this day and age that she was passing the blame to all these people for why I'm killing myself. I think if you're killing yourself, your metal's being tested and it's not the best. You've been found wanting at that point in time. You personally may be wanting relationship goals, or to not feel so crappy, or to be in or be out of a relationship. Maybe you're being bullied and abused. All these triggers may cause, they don't cause, but they contribute to the person wanting to commit suicide. And I think if you're ever in that regard, I will find the suicide hotline number and it'll be here. Call that number. Someone's there to help. If you're on a YouTube video that's talking about it, I'm sure if you comment, someone there is going to try and help you. There's been several times in my life that I've been in some dark places, and I think talking to people has helped. There's a clip in Steven Universe where he talks to Peridot in season 2 or 3, and he's like, the recorder seems to be helping, which she has a tape recorder. She throws and says, no, it's a record of my descent into madness. And at times my wife and I have joked that that's what this is for me, but to me, I think it's helped control my madness, it's helped me control my thoughts. And when I don't phone it in and I actually think about what I'm going to say, I actually have something deep to say, it helps a lot more to process that emotion and process that out. So I think this one's really, so let's break it down, because we're at 9 minutes right now and I'll probably cut a few things out, but I think this is going to be a little longer, and that's absolutely okay. So the crux of everything we're talking about here, suicide is preventable. And we're not going to talk about suicide by gun violence because that's just a really hard topic to talk about. Simply because I am a gun owner, and I don't think that just because someone's got some... I think if someone has PTSD or mental health issues, that they shouldn't be automatically stripped of their rights to own a firearm. Yes, it's a slippery slope. Yes, it's a narrow road to walk. But I also think that if someone's going to give up their right to a firearm, it needs to be that person individually or a criminal. Just because a service vet comes home with PTSD doesn't mean that his firearm needs to be taken immediately. There are several who survive with PTSD on a daily basis who own firearms, and several firearms at that. I digress. Not what we're talking about here. But suicide is preventable. And I think that, being cognizant of those that you are circled with, you've got 5 close friends. Get to 6. Help them out. Be like, dude, if you ever need to talk, or gal, you ever need to talk, or whatever colloquial term you use for your friends, comrade, amigo, whatever, let them know you're there to talk. But also be ready to talk. I've got friends who know that I'm ready to talk if they ever need it. And if it's ever a bad time, I hope that they'd be like, no, I really need to talk right now. And for me to get the message, to walk away from what I'm doing and save someone's life. Mental health has been a big conversational topic over the last couple of years. I don't think it needs to go to the back burner again. So, if you need help, please reach out to somebody. Reach out to me if you need to. I will try my damnedest to help you. I'm not a counselor. I don't claim to be. I will not give you counsel advice other than to tell you to seek mental help. My last doctor's appointment, which was 27th or 28th of April, shortly thereafter my car accident, I answered a couple questions that the doctor was ready to send me to a psychiatrist. And depending on how things go in the next couple of weeks, I may actually take that up. Just because I need to be on top of myself for my family. It's care. It's one of those that an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure any day of the week. So yeah, reach out to somebody if you feel you need help. I'm sure someone will be there for you. And know that people out there love you. I appreciate every one of my viewers. I appreciate everyone who comes to my channel and watches my videos. So that's a conversation we should have, is one on self-care, one on mental health. Because I think it's a great conversation that doesn't need to be stopped anytime soon, and I think a lot of outlets are working that way. So, like I said, this video is running a little longer. I just I wanted to get this thing about mental health off my chest. And I thank you for being here with me today. If you would please share this video out. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you here tomorrow with probably something else. So, peace.